Hi gang, Rob here. It is the evening of 28 October 2021, Thursday night, 9 o'clock, time for a knife sale on the Apostle P channel. Just 3 days till Halloween. I'm not going to make any spooky puns. No time for that. We got a big one tonight. 40 items total. No combo deals. It's just knives, knives, and more knives. Before we get into the meat of the sale, a little bit of housekeeping as usual. First up, I need you to be familiar with and agreeable to the terms of the sale. I'm going to post them on the screen for you in just a moment. I will reprint them in the description underneath this video. Also in the description, just above the terms, at the very top, you're going to find 3 links to previous videos on the channel. The first is to my Primer for Buyers video. That is a 38-minute expanded explanation of the terms of the sale. It explains how everything works and why. So if you're new to this weekly sales event, you might want to watch that before participating because it gets kind of fast and furious. So it's good to know what you're doing. Second link is to my FAQs for Consignors video. That video is made specifically for people who would like to consign knives on this weekly sale. It explains how it all works from the consignor's perspective. And then the third link, as always, is to my rates and services video for the Apostle P Knife Service, the original precision sharpening service for the online knife community. So in the description, which is a very important copy, you will see those 3 links, then the terms of the sale. Then at the very bottom, you'll see the list of tonight's inventory with timestamps to the video on the left, and then on the right, pricing. You'll normally see 2 numbers in the pricing column. The one on the left is your as shown price. The one on the right is as sharpened by the Apostle P Knife Service. There will be no next day sharpening this week. No next day sharpening because tomorrow I start packing and moving to the new house. So I'll be doing a mail run, but other than that, I am basically off for a week from sharpening, and then you will see me next week for knife sale time, but that's it. I think that's about all for housekeeping. I'm going to get the terms up on the screen here in just a moment, and we'll be right back with the sale inventory. Here are the terms. All right, let's get to it, shall we? First up, just one leftover from last week's huge knife sale extravaganza. This is from John Graham in a beautifully made inside the pocket clipped sheath. I mean, that thing is gorgeous. And inside that beautiful sheath is an equally beautiful knife. This is the Graham Mini Ringed Razel with milled OD green G10 handle scales. It is a ringtail knife with that Graham Razel blade profile. This one has had a beautiful polished edge applied by the consignor. Blade steel on this one is CPM 154. The blade length is 2 inches, and then the handle is 4 1/4. It has been used and sharpened, but guys, this edge is far better than the original maker's edge. Just a beautiful piece of work, and we're not really sure how much knife production we're going to see from John. I believe he is battling cancer. So, sadly, these might be getting scarcer and scarcer. We will keep him in our thoughts and prayers. I think this knife new was 300 bucks. And we ran it last week for $250. It did not sell. We dropped the price on Saturday to $220. It's still here, and this price will be the final price. If no one buys it, it'll be returned to its owner. Your price, $199 shipped, priority mail, no need to sharpen, on the Graham Mini Ringed Razel. Next up, from a little company in Escanaba, Michigan, USA, Bark River Knives, we have a highly sought after Bark River. This is the Bravo Squad Leader in CPM 3V, wearing midnight burlap micarta handle scales with white liners and mosaic pins. Comes in the Bravo sheath, which is an ambidextrous affair with lots of versatility and attachment, fire steel loop, and a retention snap strap. Here is the knife. Check out that midnight burlap and those mosaic pins. She's a beauty. What I love about the Squad Leader is that subtly clipped blade, the high saber convex grind, and that fuller, that fuller. You will see some superficial scratches in that blade. Somebody actually used it. Blade length on the Squad Leader is 4 11/16. I think that's 1/4 inch material. Handle is 4 11/16 blade, 5 1/8 inch handle. Of course, you have the Mike Stewart Coke bottle, awesome handle. We'll call this excellent to near mint. You saw the MSRP on the box. They're unobtainium, guys. You can't buy them. How about for this one? $350, $350, all dressed up, isn't it? Yeah. $370 if you'd like my edge on it. That is the Bravo Squad Leader from Bark River. Yes, it is. Let's see if I can get it back in its sheath safely. Next up, in a plain white wrapper from Landi Knives, we have their Bushcraft model in 01 steel with buffed OD green micarta canvas variety, flat ground. So Landi Cutlery, a bit of a disciple of LT Wright. Knife comes in this beautiful pancake style Kydex sheath with a clipped nylon dangle. Here is the knife inside. 01 steel blade, nicely flat ground. 4 1/2 inch blade, 4 1/2 inch handle. The buffed canvas micarta, very nice in the hand. These are not expensive knives, guys. Brand new at Collector Knives, this knife was only 130 bucks. It can be yours for 75 shipped priority mail, 95 with an ApostleP edge. That is the Landi Bushcraft. Next up, a black box from Oregon City, the Benchmade Knife Company. Whoops. Inside it comes the 178 SBK SOCP Spear Point. An interesting knife. Kind of a long neck knife. It does come with a couple pieces of paracord in the box. A molded plastic sheath that basically encompasses the entire knife except for the ring. This is 440C stainless steel with an epoxy crinkle coat finish. One little sheath mark in the crinkle coat epoxy. Other than that, the knife's basically like new. So you've got a 3-inch blade back to about where my thumb ends, and then a 4 1/4 inch handle. I don't know what you would do with that. I don't know. Condition's going to be near mint in the box. These are available at your favorite web retailer for $106 minimum advertised pricing. This one can be yours, $75. $95 with an ApostleP edge. I don't think that's, yeah, just one edge on that one. So yeah, $75 like it is, $95 with an ApostleP edge on the Benchmade 178 SBK SOCP. Next up, from a custom slip joint maker, we have a knife in a collector knife sheath, but or slip. I don't think it came in that, but it matches nicely. From custom maker Jason Good, this is the J Good Custom Native with a beautiful handle covered in polished burgundy canvas micarta. It is a shadow bolster knife. Blade nicely centered. And guys, that long pull is necessary because it is a man's pull. I'm saying 8.5 on that. A beautiful native style Warncliffe-ish blade. There is Jason's maker's mark. There we go. Blade steel is 01 with a gorgeous hand rubbed satin. Gator snap. It's 3 7/8 inches closed length, so blade is over 3 inches. Superb walk and talk. Beautiful piece of work. I could find very little information on this maker. Couldn't find any secondary pricing on these knives new. It was about $350, I believe, new from the maker. This one can be yours in near mint to like new. No box, but with the CK slip. Your price can be $295, $295 like it is, $315 with my edge on it. That's the Jason Good Custom Native. Next up, from Titusville, Pennsylvania, the Schatt and Morgan Heritage Series, we have a 12-13 1/4 in ebony. This is a very nice pocket knife. Got kind of a gimp shield, little patina on that nickel silver, Gabon ebony covers, kind of a standard jack and a long one. 3 13/16 inches of closed length. It's got a single clip point blade in 1095 plain carbon steel. Now, I think these were made in the early 2000s in the Titusville plant, but in a tip of the cap to the early days of Schatt and Morgan, it's got the Gowanda, New York tang stamp. Then Heritage Series on the back. Pull is light, about a 6, but beautiful walk and talk. And centering, pretty close. Pretty close, pretty close. Condition, we'll say excellent in box. Pricing references, sold listings on eBay between $67 and $113 for this model. This one can be yours, shipped priority mail, $60. $80 with an ApostleP edge. That's the Schatt and Morgan 12-13 1/4 Heritage. Next up, here is the buy of the sale, my friends. From Spyderco, Golden, Colorado, USA, Earth, we have a DLC bladed, Digicam handled, Spyderco military, and look, there is a nick above the spider hole. That means it's a factory second, but guys, I've looked this knife up and down. Now there's a little wear on it, so maybe one of these blemishes came from the factory, but I mean, like, there's a little hickey in the G10 back here. There's some wear on the clip. There's some funny little marks in the spine of the blade. But it's pretty squared away, guys. Centering's down the middle. Lockup is like a rock. Not too early, not too late. It's a righteous unit, but it's a factory second. Therefore, somebody gets a deal. $90 like it is. 110 with an Apostle P edge. That's in your inventory as Spyderco Military Digi DLC 2nd. Next up, oh, you know, Christmas is only 2 months away. Some of you have ladies in your life. We have a Spyderco from Seki City, Japan. It is a Delica full flat ground in pink. In pink. And guys, what a pink it is. I hope the camera does this justice. It is a saturated pink, and I think the camera makes it look a little more purple than it is. It's just a nice, not hot pink, but it's a serious pink. So this is like a Spyderco Collector's Club knife. It is a VG10 Delica, I think. No, it's not. It's S30V. It's S30V. S30V. So it benefits a women's cancer charity called Care Enough to Wear Pink. They're gone. Can't buy a new one, but on eBay they're transacting between 84 and 122, and this one has beautiful action. Rock solid lockup. Yep. And pretty down the middle centering. How about let's do 80 bucks. 80 bucks on the pink Delica 100 with an Apostle P edge. That's what you really ought to do. Buy it for your wife for Christmas. Leave it here to sharpen about 4 weeks. You'll have it in plenty of time to slip it in the stocking. That is the Spyderco Delica Pink S30 in your description. Next up, here's a bit of a buy from Benchmade. We have just a 535 Bugout, but oh, no, it's not. You will notice that the original blue scales are in a baggie because they're not on the knife. Look at this, guys. Oh, that has a beautifully satin finished and blue anodized set of titanium scales. And I believe, let's see, Milton Boss is the brand. Milton Boss, the brand of scales. And you still get your lefty mount if you want, which is kind of cool. Now, there are some hairlines, some evidence of pocket wear in the scales. Your black-coated blade, which sure looks like DLC to me, is S30V. Got a little bit of wear, but nothing serious. Edge wear, no biggie. Nice free action. Centering is down the middle, and the lockup is rock solid. We'll call it excellent in box. This model is out of stock, brand new at all the web retailers, but when they were available, just the knife was $136. Then I don't know, what are those scales, 60 or 70 bucks probably. This one can be yours shipped priority mail, 140 like it is. 160 with an Apostle P edge. That's in your inventory as Benchmade 535 Bugout custom scales. Next up, if I had to pick the first knife to sell tonight, this would be it. Another Benchmade, and it's the classic of classics. It's a 940 Osborne with green aluminum handle scales that are not installed on the knife, but I want to show them to you because they're pretty doggone nice. They're not perfect, but they're pretty nice. But the knife ain't wearing them. Ho, 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 ho. This 940 is wearing a set of copper handle scales, and these are sold by Smoky Mountain Knife Works. It's also wearing the Shorty Deep Carry Parkerized clip, which is nice. The difference between these and the Flytanium copper is that the Flytanium copper do not have that milled line like the factory scales have. I like the Smoky Mountain scales. Does add a little weight to the knife, but it's not atrocious. And guys, the action on this thing with the scale swap is beautiful. The lockup's still rock solid and centering dead. Condition of the blade is very good. Factory edge, little to no edge wear. One little tiny roll to tip. And it's a good blade. Plunge grind not horrendous. Blade breadth is very good. Not over sharpened. A very, very nice example. Near mint in box. So here's the deal. What is this knife new in custom form now? 186 MAP pricing. What are the copper scales from Smoky Mountain? I don't know, 70, 80 bucks. So you got like 250, brand new for the package. It can be yours. 180 for everything you see here. 200 if you'd like it with an ApostleP edge. That's in your inventory as Benchmade 940 custom scales. Next up, from TwoSun. I don't know. I've never met these guys. I don't know much about them. I know that they proudly print the name of the city and the country they're made in. You know, if you're going to make a knife in China, have the balls to put your name on it and where you are. Yeah, I'm talking to you, American knife designers that deceptively market Chinese-made knives. If you're going to have a knife made in China, yell it from the rooftops. That's what I'm saying. Here is the TwoSun TS315, kind of a neat little knife. It's a stainless steel liner lock with some rather chunky titanium scales, some interesting millwork, a little purpley anno on that relieved pattern. Cool titanium pocket clip, and it's a fusion knife. It's a modern slip joint with a trailing point blade. How about that? M390. Half stops. Beautiful walk and talk. An 8 pull. Man's pull. 4 and 1/8 inches closed with a 3-inch blade. M3 freaking 90. Near mint in box. Now these are out of stock right now at $80 from your favorite web retailer. This one can be yours, and it's a beautiful example. Everything is squared away. How about 65 bucks? $65. 90 with an ApostleP edge. It's the TwoSun TS315. Next up, our one donation knife for the Oz Fettinger Leukemia Fund is from CJRB. And it is the CJRB J1915. Interesting knife. OD green G10 scales, stainless steel liners, and it's a ball bearing flipper with something like an access lock. So it kind of feels like a buck marksman, because everything is happening with a spring detent and the contour of the tang of the blade. So flips out beautifully. Blade is D2. 3 7/16 inches of blade length, stonewash finish. Got some little scuffs right there. Rock solid lockup, and then to release the lock, you pull back. You can do it from you can do it at the thumb ramp. You can do it from the sides. Right there, yeah. Everything works well. Centering's perfect. Flipping action's perfect. Lockup is rock solid. How about that? So condition is going to be excellent to near mint in box. Web pricing on these is 43 bucks, but you probably have to pay postage. This one can be yours. 30 shipped, priority mail. 50 with an ApostleP edge. That's the CJRB J1915. Next up, back to Oregon, Benchmade Knife Company. We have a 550-S30V grip tilion. So this replaced the old 550 HG. It's got that sheep's footy blade, but it's no longer hollow ground. Flat saber. New blade steel for the base grip, S30V. Black Norl GTX handle, Parkerized Emerson style clip. Got a little scratch in it for character. Probably rub that. Anyway. I love that. I love that Parkerized Emerson clip with the big bold Benchmade stamp. Let's see, lockup is rock solid. Action is to die for, and the centering is, well, it's a Benchmade. It's close. Condition, we'll call it, and oh, it has been sharpened, by the way. A little ragged, you know, better than a factory edge. A little rounding at the tip. Just have me sharpen it, it'd be fine. Let's see, map pricing on this model right now is $119 at your favorite retailer. This one can be yours for $70, $90 with an Apostle P edge. That's in your inventory as Benchmade 550-S30V grip. Next up, you guys got to save me from myself on this one, because I've got a 550 G10 handled 20 CV grip, but I don't have anything like that. Oh, it's a Benchmade. And look at that. It's a 551-1702 grip. Yes, it is. So, that, my friends, is not a normal GTX handle. It's listed as black micarta, and I can't tell if it's paper or linen. I don't know. It's very attractive with that milled checkering, the raised boss for the clip. This has got the deep carry painted clip and a drop point blade in M390. These were a dealer exclusive for KnifeWorks back in 2017. Let's see, the lockup is rock solid. The action is free. Whoops. And the centering is squared away. So these are obviously out of stock. They were a 2017 dealer exclusive. There's one current listing on eBay, not sold, but it's a buy it now at $275. Well, why would you do that when you can buy this one? And that's the only one. There's none in sold listings, nothing. How about for this one, shipped priority mail, $200. $200, and then $225 with an Apostle P edge. That's in your inventory. Is Benchmade 551-1702 grip. Next up, this is kind of a neat knife. Old style Benchmade box. I hear some rattling inside. I bet you that's a set of factory scales. Yes, it is. For a mini grip. The knife inside the box is just a 5.56 mini grip. That's it. Just a 5.56 mini grip. There's the other scale. Because it's not wearing those. It's wearing a set of Anso pattern orange G10 scales with a gear pattern backspacer and a painted deep carry clip with some chipping. You'll have that. There's the blade. 154 cm drop point. Rock solid lockup. Free swing in action. And what? Is that perfect centering? What? It must be a clone. Just kidding. We'll call it excellent to near mint in box. Orange G10 picks up every bit of dirt, and this has a little bit. You know how that goes. What a great little knife. How about for that one? $90 like it is, $110 with an Apostle P edge. That's in your inventory as Benchmade 5.56 mini grip custom scales. All right, next up, time to swing down to Colorado for a Spyderco. This is a pair 3 lightweight or a pair 3 FRN. Standard configuration, FRN handle, deep carry paperclip clip, compression lock, and a blade of CTS BD1N with a shimmery bead blast finish. Now this one has been used and sharpened. Not extremely well, but lockup is solid. Action is nice. Centering's down the middle. This has got a little wear in the handle right at the front. I think you can see that. Not a new knife. It's actually, been used as a knife. These are available, I believe, right now at your favorite retailer for $105 minimum advertised pricing. This one can be yours for $60, $80 with an Apostle P edge. That's in your inventory of Spyderco Para 3 LW. Next up, oh, this is an interesting knife. I love it when there's a sprint run paramilitary 2 that somebody actually used. What we got here is a Para 2 52-100 with peel ply carbon fiber scales. I remember this sprint run. Okay, so there's your peel ply carbon fiber. There is, look at that. That is the PVD clip that actually looks like it's been in a pocket. And how about some 52-100? Yep, that's what it looks like if you use it. It's got a nice, honest patina. Rock solid lockup. The action is a little gummy. It probably could use a squirt of oil. Beautifully centered up. I'm quite sure you could free that up if you wanted to. So yeah, now I guarantee you most of these you're going to look at in the used market are going to be pristine. This one's not. Good luck finding one though. What's that website? Country Knives. They have one of these available in new condition for $300. This one can be yours for half. $150 like it is, $170 with an Apostle P edge. That's in your inventory of Spyderco Para 2 CF 52-100. Next up, it's a little Spyderco box from Seki City. It's a Dragonfly 2. It's just a plain old Dragonfly 2, black FRN, midlock, deep carry paperclip, VG10 blade. Been used a little, been touched up a little. Lockup is solid. Action is nice. Centering's close. Let's see, these are selling for $70, brand new at your favorite retailer. This one, $45 shipped, priority mail. $45, and then $60 with an Apostle P edge. The Spyderco Dragonfly. Next up, one of the modern era darlings from Spyderco. Out of the Taichung facility, we have a SpydieChef with that acid stonewash titanium handle. It is a titanium frame lock, deep carry paperclip clip, non-inserted but carburized titanium frame lock. That kitchen blade and LC200N. Now this has a user applied edge. It's not particularly polished and it's not that sharp. Probably sharper than the factory edge, but not that sharp, just so you know. There's your lock engagement. That's beautiful. It is rock solid. It's got just that little hint of tie stick, which I love. And the blade centering is going to be down the middle. So we'll call this one Near Mint No Box. Near Mint No Box. Can you buy a SpydieChef for under $200? You can today. $180 like it is. $210 with an Apostle P edge. That is the Spyderco SpydieChef. Next up, I'm just going to say act quickly. We have a Spyderco Chaparral FRN. You guys know that I snagged one of these for myself some months ago. Kept it, loved it. Had a buddy that gave me some motorcycle gear and I didn't know how much to pay him, so I gave him my Chaparral FRN. I miss it. Anybody who doesn't have one ought to want one. So this example has rock solid lockup, very free action, beautiful blade centering. It has been used and touched up. It's sharp. Got a little bit of wear at the tip. but definitely near mint. No box. These are $96 if you buy a brand new one from your favorite web retailer. That's minimum advertised pricing. This one shipped priority mail, $80. $100 if you'd like it with my edge on it. Don't wait, I might just snag it. Next up, a discontinued knife from a Zero Tolerance. We're going bold with that Gus Cecchini design. ZT Double Knot 55 with that blue anodized floating backspacer. And I'm not sure what Gus called this, but it's the disappearing flipper. So it's not part of the blade. You pull it back and it meets the blade, and then out she thwacks, and the flipper goes away at the front of the handle. Yeah. Steel inserted titanium frame lock, ball bearing pivot, perfect centering, great thunk. 3 3/4 inch blade, S35VN. Nice knife. These are discontinued and out of stock. I think they cleaned these out at like $180. They didn't sell particularly well. It's sort of a face only a mother can love. Cool knife though. Your price on this one, this is near mint to like new in box. I think I saw one tiny little shiny spot on the clip right there. So yeah, near mint we'll say. $150, 150 like it is, $175 with an Apostle P edge. That is the ZT 0055. Next up, never seen one of these. From AP Blades, designer Adam Purvis, brand Adam Purvis, AP Blades, made by We. This is a Blade HQ exclusive of the AP Blades Primordial. A very handsome little knife, titanium frame, kind of a faux bolster treatment with some carbon fiber inlays, milled titanium clip, ball bearing pivot, steel inserted titanium frame lock, an M390 blade, 3 3/16 inches in length, handsome little clip point. The handle is 4 1/4, so it's very efficient blade to handle ratio. There's your lock engagement, it's rock solid. There's your centering, it's very close. You might loosen that pivot just a tweak. And then a slot for opening, no flipper. We'll call it near mint in box. These are out of stock at Blade HQ. When they were available, they were $250. This one can be yours, shipped priority mail, $200. And then 2 1/4 with an Apostle P edge, the AP Blades Primordial. Next up, here is a brand name I've never heard of. Expat Knives, made by ESEE. It's the Expat Knives Medellin folder. So I guess this is what, if you were a DEA agent and you were about ready to take down a cartel in Colombia, this is what you would carry. So it looks like an Azula kind of, right? Stainless steel frame lock, deep carry clip, not reversible. We're going to be right hand only. And I bet you it's got phosphor bronze action, and I bet you it thwacks out with authority. Yep. Nice detent. Nice action. Nice centering. Perfect lockup. Yep. Osate steel. 3 1/2 inch blade. 4 13/16 inch handle. Clip will go tip up or tip down. Condition on this one's going to be near mint in box. They're out of stock, and they were, when they were available, your web price was about $50. This one can be yours, $30 shipped. Priority mail, $50 with an Apostle P edge. That's the ESEE Expat Medellin. Next up, we have one from Steel Will. This would be from the Chinese Steel Will catalog. It's a C22 cut jack. A rather famous pattern for Steel Will. Black FRN handle scales, reversible tip up left or right, polished stainless steel pocket clip, phosphor bronze pivot, flipper, nice looking blade. D2 is your steel, 3 3/8 is your blade length, backed up by a 4 5/8 inch handle. There's your lock engagement right where you want it. It is rock solid, super smooth action. Blade centering is perfect. Near mint inbox. I think it's been used and sharpened. Got kind of a toothy but quite sharp edge if you want to know. Web pricing on this cut jack is $51 at your favorite retailer. This one can be yours. Shipped priority mail, $30. 50 with an Apostle P edge. The steel wheel C22 cut jack. Next up, we had one of these a couple weeks ago. From the Columbia River Knife and Tool Company, we had a little Chinese fixed blade modeled after a Japanese sword. This is the CRKT Burnley Obake. Yeah, it's like a little tiny mini katana. Comes in a molded plastic sheath with a cord lanyard and a little skull bead. Inside the sheath we have a little tiny katana. Very interesting etched finish on the 8 CR14 MOV stainless steel blade. That blade's 3 9/16 inches in length. You got a cord wrapped handle with what I assume to be a faux C-ray skin underneath. I'd be shocked if that were real. How about that, guys? Now this one's been sharpened by its owner, and not badly, by the way. Just touched up, I would say. I can still see some factory grind lines, but the apex is kind of polished. So we'll call it near mint in box. Web pricing on these brand new is $45. Probably have to pay shipping on top of that at that low price. Or just buy this one. $30 shipped priority mail, 50 with my edge on it. The CRKT Burnley Obake. Next up, from a company that just makes some interesting stuff. Bastinelli Creations. Tactical art, they call it. And this is a fixed blade knife from Bastinelli called the Picolomako. The Picolomako in stone-washed PVD finish. That is a lame Italian accent. So the Picolomako comes in a Kydex sheath with kind of a neoprene strap that becomes a belt loop if you snap it. If you snap it better than I can, I bet you have to. Yes, it's a directional snap. Inside, you got this little cutie. And it is a cutie. Look at that. Little ringtail, upswept point, jimped thumb ramp, Bowler N690 with a gorgeous stonewashed PVD coating. I mean, that's beautiful. What appears to be some black canvas micarta, removable handle scales. That is I'm not a big ringtail guy, but that's a beautiful knife. 3-inch blade, 4.5-inch handle. How is it in the hand? It is nice. It really is. Cool knife. Condition is going to be near mint, in box. Let's see if I can. I don't know which way you want to go. So, price on these at your favorite web retailer is going to be $200. $200. And they are available. This one you can buy the near mint to like new in box. $150 like it is, and then $170 with an Apostle P edge. That's the Bastinelli Picolomako. Next up, what's that? You don't like ringtail knives? You love that knife? You know, the appointments and the finishing and all that, but you don't like ringtails? Well, I got one for you. It is another piece of tactical art from Bastinelli. This is the Bastinelli Knives R.E.D. I believe this exact knife was carried by John Malkovich in the movie R.E.D. 2. I'm kidding. Just kidding. It's black PVD also, just like the Picolomako before it. So it's going to come in a very similar Kydex sheath with a very similar neoprene belt loop. No rattle. Excellent retention. Kind of reminds me of a Spyderco Street Beat, but like cooler, right? I think these are black canvas micarta scales and kind of a satin polish. It might be G10, but I think it's black canvas. Nice. Yeah, it's got some grip to it too. There is that stonewash PVD. It's kind of a Tonto with a really nice factory edge. I'm not sure I would sharpen it if I bought it. Just so you know. So a 4 1/8 inch blade, a 4 5/8 handle. Super nice in hand. Got a little sub-hilt thing going on. Nice jimping. Beautiful swedge. Condition is going to be near mint in box. Now these are out of stock. When they were available, they were $180 at your favorite web retailer. But I think they went rather quickly. This one can be yours. $140 shipped priority mail and $160 with an ApostleP edge. That's the Bastinelli R.E.D. Next up, we got another little fixed blade for you guys. What's that look like? That is the factory molded plastic sheath for an ESEE Azula. But the knife is not in it. No, because it's in an Armatus gray Kydex sheath. Check this out, guys. Look at that. In the crinkle coat, there's some spiders and spider webs. How about that? Yeah. 1095 blade on the Azula. Cord wrapped handle. So here's the deal, guys. I couldn't even find a price listing for the one with this graphic in it. But your basic epoxy black Azula is $59 at your favorite web retailer. If you buy a cord wrapped one, you got to add 15, so that makes it 74. The Armatus sheath is $35. Add all that up. That knife new is $109. It can be yours. The whole package. We'll say near mint, no box. There are some scuffs in that coating. I don't know if you can see that. Just some shiny spots and stuff. But yeah, maybe excellent, we'll call it. How about $60 like it is? 60 like it is, 80 with an ApostleP edge. And that's in your inventory as ESEE Azula with Armatus. Next up, if you need a little multi-tool to throw in the glove box of the truck, here you go. This is a Leatherman Kick. Comes with the ballistic nylon pouch. It is, looks like an FRN frame with some stamped stainless steel bolstering that is made to be a rule. And you open it up and you got your pliers, you got wire cutters, you got, if I can find the nail nick, you got a nice little clip point blade. Got some clumping tools. I think there's a little split ring in here if I can get on it. Let's see. There. Yep, there is not a split ring, but a lanyard loop. On the other side we got a Phillips and a, I think there's a can opener. Yeah. And this thing's got a little wear on it. I'm going to call it good condition. Right? Nothing's damaged, just some wear. And these are available on Amazon right now for $50. Or just buy this one. Shipped priority mail, $30 like it is. $45 if I sharpen the blade. Next up, another Leatherman. You Leatherman collectors, if you don't have one of these, here you go. So this is the Leatherman Juice S2 with the rare red anodized aluminum and stainless steel handle. And this one is in near mint condition with no box. So the Juice S2, pliers, wire cutters, and then you got stuff. Let's see. You got all that stuff. All that screwdriver is, it's got a little spring, a little springy thing. I didn't know that. And then over here you got more. Mm-hmm. And I think, what am I missing? Oh, we got tools on the outside. That's why. What makes it an S? Well, what makes it an S? That's what makes it an S. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And like very little wear on that main blade. So this is definitely a near mint, no box juice, and good luck finding one. There are some sold listings on eBay. In this configuration, the lowest one was $100. This one can be yours for $60 like it is $75 on Sharpen the Knife Blade. That's the Leatherman Juice S2. Next up, from Case Knives, we have a Tony Bowes design. This is the Case TB712010L SS Tribal Lock. So a 2010 release for Case in Gabon. Ebony, scales, nickel, silver, bolsters, brass pins, beautiful shield, and then that. Ooh. It's a 3 1/8 inch tribal blade with Tony's autograph. Handle length is 4 1/16. Lockup is rock solid. The action is smooth and nice. And the centering is really, really nice. Not quite perfect, but close. Okay? We'll call it excellent, no box. Your price, $50. Shipped, priority mail, $70 with an Apostle P edge. The Case TB712010L SS Travel Lock. Next up, another one from W.R. Case & Sons. This is a number 6254 SS Trapper in amber jig bone. Yes, it is. 4 1/8 inches of closed length. Bone covers, nickel silver bolsters and shield. Muskrat clip main on a cam tang. Full height hollow ground in true sharp stainless. Pull is about a 6.5. Secondary blade, oop, the nick is up here, is a Spey, full length secondary. Beautiful walk and tuck. Centering is very, very close on these. The Spey might be perfect. The main might be off to the left ever so slightly. We'll call this, I don't know. There's a little wear in the bolsters and end caps, but the blades are fairly pristine. We'll call it near mint in box. Your price on this one's going to be $35, guys. $35 like it is. $65 for me to sharpen both blades. Next up, from Titusville, PA, we have a knife from the handcrafted line of Titty Cutlery by Great Eastern Cutlery, a model 661317. It's a 66 calf roper Stockman in OD green canvas micarta. And here it is, a pocket knife that's been in a pocket. How about that? Now these bolsters would have been satin finished, and they still are, but they got some pocket wear on them. Very little. Main clip point blade with some patina. And by the way, the main blade's been nicely user sharpened. The secondary sheep's foot and Spey have not been sharpened, I don't believe. Honest patina, we call that. Here was my number one impression of this knife. About a 6.5 pull on a cam tang, and nice walk and talk. You go, Randy. Okay, so we'll call it excellent patina noted, right? In the tube. Your price on this one, $130 like it is, $165 for me to sharpen all three blades. That's the GEC Titty number 66 calf roper. Next up, a Great Eastern Cutlery knife near and dear to my heart from the Northfield Unexcelled Premium Pocket Knives line. We got a 74 Stallion, same pattern as the Heartland clip. Model 748117 in Cougar Clawed Bone. I love the Cougar Clawed Bone. Look at that stuff, would you? Oh, yeah. Again, this knife been in the pocket a little. Single muskrat clip on a half stop, about a 6.5 pull, and some patina. Let's see. Walk and talk is righteous. Blade centering pretty close. Your price on this one, excellent in tube, patina noted, $150. $150, like it is $170 with an Apostle P edge. The GEC Northfield number 74 Stallion. Next up, man, this is a cool little knife. I believe this was purchased direct from the table at Blade 2021 by my consignor. It's the D-Rocket Designs Oval Moon Swivel by Dario Caston. Let's just open this up. Such a cool knife. So, you know, it's just a swivel mechanism, right? With an OD green, I think, hard anodized aluminum handle. And it's a swivel knife, right? So you swivel it open, and it'll catch the blade, and then it's open. And that blade is all milled, no grinding. M390, 1 13/16 inches in length. And then the handle is 2 3/4. Hard anodized handle, aluminum. But what retains the handle in the fixed position are little rare earth magnets. Yeah, how about that? Very, very cool. And then to close it, you swing it. So condition's going to be like new from maker in baggy. The only place you can buy these right now is Arizona Custom Knives. So that is like the official retailer for D-Rocket. And shipped, they're $167. This is in like new condition, purchased directly from the maker. You can have it for $150 shipped, Priority Mail, and $170 if you'd like an Apostle P edge on it. The D-Rocket Oval Moon Swivel Knife. I'll put it right back in its little baggie. By the way, great for the fifth pocket in your Levi. Next up, all right, this is no joke, right? This is no joke right here, my friends. At 9:21 p.m., if nobody has bought this knife, I'm keeping it. I'll show you why. Okay, you guys know, if you watch this sale closely, I love me some Mikov lever locks. I just love them. And you got one. There's no box, but it comes in the original leather sheath, deeply embossed with the Mikov maker's mark. Inside, we have the Mikov lever lock auto. No, you are not watching this video in a mirror. It is a left-handed Mikov. And those of you who know me know that that's attractive. And I believe our consignor has previously shipped this knife to me to sharpen and then tucked it away. It has an Apostle P edge, and it's like a razor. Now, not only is this knife left-handed, but those of you who know that Mikov generally makes their knives in 420 HC. This is not 420 HC. This is Bowler N690. A thwack. Blade length 3 3/4. Handle 4 3/4. Textured FRN scales. Lockup solid as a freaking rock. And the centering is, well, it's off. I think. Yeah, it's off to the right as you're looking at it. Who cares? So I think if you buy the Mikov lever lock in 420 HC and right-handed, I think you can buy them for like $90. Good luck even finding a lefty in N690. I've never seen one. You can buy this one though for $110 by 9/21. If you don't, I'm keeping it. Mikov Predator left hand N690 TAP. Oh, by the way, that edge is worth 20 bucks. Yeah. Next up, from Heretic Knives, we have a 2021 Blade Show Special Manticore S with the Bowie blade and the blue G10 button. So, we got a black hard anodized handle with your blue-black G10. Your info on the spine of the handle. Glass breaker, deep carry clip, medium, light to medium button effort. The blade, satin flats, acid stone washed, swedge, and hollow grind. Blade length is 2.6 inches. The handle, I don't know, probably 4-ish. Condition like new in the box. Can't buy one. Blade Show Special. I think the standard knife is $259, but good luck finding a Bowie blade. I don't think you can. This one can be yours for $225, like it is $245 shipped or sharpened. The Heretic Manticore S OTF. Next up, from Spyderco, Seki City, Japan, we have a Pacific 2 in black. So basically, it is a murdered, DLC coated H1 Endura, right? Everything Endura, every dimension is Endura. Got the flat black clip, just one little mark on the clip, not through the coating. There's your blade, H1, got a little bit of honest wear on it. Nothing deleterious. Rock solid lockup. Nice blade centering. We're going to call it excellent to near mint. These are discontinued and out of stock. Last price available at your favorite web retailer was $118. This one can be yours. 95 bucks like it is. $115 with my edge. That is the Spyderco Pacific 2. Next up, this might be the coolest knife in the sale. It is a Kershaw, and it is made in the USA. The knife comes in a beautiful green clipped, looks like you could wear that like inside the waistband, sheath, leather. Inside is the Kershaw Lucha Balisong. What a cool freaking knife. This is an American-made Balisong, and is it well made? Look at the latch. Very nice latch. Beautiful handle. That's, I don't know, is it steel or is it titanium? I don't know. Look it up. Gorgeous milling, ball bearing pivots, and look guys, there is a tiny bit of flex. There is zero play in that handle mechanism. Blade steel on the Lucha is 14C28N from Sandvik. Beautiful stone washed clip Balisong blade, the perfect blade shape for the knife. Blade length is 4 3/4. Handle length is 5 5/8. And I'll tell you what, when you latch that handle up, that knife is, it's just solid as a freaking rock. Beautifully made knife by Kershaw. It is like new in the box. Let's see, brand new. These are $120. The sheath was $60. So my seller has $180 in that package. You can buy the whole shooting match shipped priority mail for $110. $110 like it is $130 with my edge on that blade. That's the Kershaw Lucha Balisong. Next up, oh, there's a theme here. I have another Blade Show 2021 exclusive, this one from ProTech. This is the ProTech Malibu with the black hard anodized handle, acid stonewash 20 CV blade in Warncliffe shape. And the gold lip mother of pearl push button, number 5 of 200. This is a sweet little knife. It's a manual action ball bearing flipper. Perfectly adequate detent. Gorgeous blade in 20 CV. Number 5 of 200 for blade. Rock solid lockup. And there is that little mother of pearl deployment and lock button. Centering is squared away. Condition is like new in the box. Now the standard Malibu online at your favorite retailer will be $210. This knife was $225 at Blade Show. Of course, they're gone. But you can buy this one for $200, shipped, priority mail, $225 with my edge. That's the ProTech Malibu. And the last knife in the sale. I bet you I'll be marking this sold by, I don't know, 905 or so. From Three Rivers Manufacturing. We have an Atom in, I think, in the most sought after G Carta. G Mascus, G Carta, whatever you want to call it. This is the Starry Night. The Starry Night G Carta. Deep carry pocket clip. So sad that it's right hand only. Blade is 20 CV, 3 16" in length. I love that deeply engraved maker's mark. 3 7/16 blade, 4 5/8" handle. Liner lock mechanism. Studs and phosphor bronze, just like God intended. The action is sweet. The lockup is perfect. The centering is as well. Condition is like new in the box. Sold listings on eBay for these in new condition, $279 and up. They sell these directly by lottery generally when they drop them. They sell out in 10 minutes. Your price on this one, $225 like it is, $250 with an Apostle P edge. The Three Rivers Atom. And that, my friends, brings us to the end of another Thursday night knife sale on the Apostle P channel. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for hanging out with me. Grace to you and peace, my friends, from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. Remember, the word is sharp. Have at her, boys.